travel, travel, travel. In the past 1,000 days, I've seen a lot of countries. But out of everything I saw, there is one country I decided to call home. And this country is Singapore.
But why?
Yes, why? Singapore is not a place you want to live in. This country has really bad weather. It's humid, sweaty, and rainy. It's very expensive, the world's most expensive country.
$3,000 for this?
It's 5,000 miles away from mom and dad, and the culture is very different from mine. But here is why I want to build my business in Singapore. It's safe. This country is crazy safe. Crime rate here is so low, you'll never worry about your belongings or any serious crime. Corruption here is even lower. No hidden deals or mafia, which makes business a lot more attractive. It's easy. It's easy to get around. This country is small. Every place is a 15-minute drive from you. It's easy to shop. Malls after malls means you don't have to wait for anything to be shipped. It's easy to communicate. Everyone speaks English and you can understand them. Okay la! Yeah, nice. It's strategic. You are right next to China, Japan, Philippines, Malaysia, Australia, and India. You can do business all around Asia and get there in a couple of hours. And last but not least, it's in general reminds me of the American dream. Everyone is working, building, and creating. And when people around you work hard, it makes you want to work even harder and build an even bigger company. Singapore can be a tough place to live and afford for many people, including locals. Singapore is not perfect. But objectively speaking, this place has a standard of living and opportunities that are very hard to find anywhere else. And that's why I decided to call this place home. The following video is not an investment advice, but it's about money. If I give you $1,000 and I tell you, turn this $1,000 into $2,000, how do you do it? Well, you invest. But the question is, where? To answer that question, I traveled to 64 countries in 3 years looking for the world's best places to invest in. And what I found might be of interest to you. This journey starts in a small country called Armenia. There are many reasons not to invest in Armenia. I don't even know what language they speak. But there is one big reason to invest in Armenia. It's the people. Modern Armenia has gained independence only 28 years ago, and there are 10 million Armenians from around the world,
UAE,
Russia,
Denmark, Belgium,
Spain, Ukraine,
France,
Canada, who are determined to build up this country through education, through startups, and real estate. $1,000 in Armenia will become $10,000 in no time. The next place of opportunity is in a state in America called Utah. Why Utah? Because of religion. Utah is the capital of Mormonism. It's one of the fastest growing religions in the world. Many Mormons want to visit Utah, and many of them choose to live and work here. In my opinion, Mormons are hardworking, family-oriented, and honest. And that's why a lot of companies are moving to Utah to hire Mormons. Their economy is only going to go up, and real estate will bring good returns. Out of all 50 U.S. states, I bought a house in Utah. Asia is another place of opportunity, specifically in Singapore. This is the most innovative country I have ever seen. They have very strong rule of law and a very strong... In 54 years, Singaporeans built a wonderland, and it will grow even more in the next 54 years. I started the nas-daily company here because Asia is just waking up. And last but not least, Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka is an unlikely place to invest in. It has suffered a lot, from civil war 10 years ago to terrorism only 3 months ago. But if you look beyond that, you will see a country that is strategically located on the map with amazing culture, nature, and history. I am confident if you look beyond the news, Sri Lanka will become the #1 tourist destination very soon. $1,000 in Sri Lanka can turn into $0 or $10,000. But it's important to support this place in any way possible. And that's why I invested right here. At the end of the day, this isn't about money. This is about growth and opportunity. There is opportunity everywhere in the world. In Utah, Singapore, Sri Lanka, and Armenia. And even in your backyard, you just have to believe in the opportunity. See you next week.